5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Live from the jungle. Welcome to another episode of the Lionheart Podcast. Copyright?
Alright, hello.
Alright, go. We live, Dragon. I said the intro,
My bad.
Live
My
from the
bad.
jungle,
Go ahead. My bad.
But today is August 1st, guys. The first of the month. The first Raw of August. And this Raw was okay. Last week's Raw was better, but today Raw was okay. Even though they did some stupid stuff this Raw, but I'm gonna get into that later on as we proceed with the podcast. But let's talk about some Raw. All right, so
this Raw to me, man, this Raw was kind of on that low key. It was kind of like low, on the down low. It wasn't boring, but at the same time, it wasn't exciting either.
Yeah, yes, I'm gonna have to agree. Like at some point in the show, I wasn't really paying too much attention because I just couldn't really watch too much of it for longer. Like it was some matches on the show, like Sheamus and Cesaro that we saw. I couldn't watch that too much because they got a little boring. Titus and Darren Young, couldn't watch that too much. I know what happened, but it was just kind of boring. But we're gonna talk about it in this episode of the Lionheart Podcast. I mean, it's H2O though. Alright, so let's get into the opening of Raw. We had the boss.
Also, before we get into Raw, make sure you go check out some Dasani. It's good for your thirst.
But anyway, the opening of Raw was by Sasha Banks. Well, the Sasha Banks, she came out with the Women's Championship.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Guys, can you hear him? If you can hear him, put it in the comment. But because all I hear now is just I don't know what that is, but hey, Sean, for real though, man, we gotta do the podcast. This is serious. Come on.
Mike Jones. All right. Anyway, back into the podcast. Okay, so we had Sasha Banks come out. The fans were chanting, "You deserve it."
Yo, hey, Sean.
Hello.
Man, fix that mic. Yo, fix that mic.
Fix my.
Yeah. Now you know how it feels. Acknowledge Hulk Hogan, but now he's getting to this match.
What?
Sasha Banks.
Acknowledge what?
Sasha Banks. Acknowledge Hulk Hogan.
Acknowledge what?
Acknowledge Hulk Hogan. Acknowledge.
Guys, y'all hear this right? I'm so sorry for the delayed start, but he's saying acknowledge blank. Like literally, he don't say nothing. He's acknowledge. That's all I hear.
Acknowledge Hulk Hogan. That's all. This man, I don't care what he did. This man, at least acknowledge the man. No, he existed.
Man, I don't know what man you talking about. You talking about something this man did? What did this man do?
Okay, he body slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania.
For the last time, Andre fought. He fell. He just lifted himself up and he fell. That's called that match was labeled the Big Fall. That's a nice song. Hey, Dragon, copyright. You better,
What you mean copyright? Hey, son, whose theme song is that? Whose theme song?
The Real Americans. They made that song. I don't know what the artist's name.
Kush.
The Real Americans. They made the song. Yeah.
Kush.
I think they called the Real Americans or something.
Kush.
I heard it on YouTube.
Okay. I'm done.
Oh yeah, Mr. America. Mr. America had that theme song. Yeah, that's why it sounds so familiar.
No. All right. Into the podcast. Come on.
Niggas crazy. But anyway, let's start. The fans chanted, you deserve it. To Sasha Banks. She was in the ring or whatever, and then she was pretty much talking about how she got beat Charlotte last week, and it was her best match. And she mentioned that I think she said last year she had one of her greatest matches ever against Bayley at the NXT takeover, and that was a good ass match, classic match actually. And then at some point Charlotte came out, and then the fans was chanting, "You tapped out." And then the funny part was Sasha was like, there's something different about Charlotte. She doesn't have it, and she pointed at her championship. I was like, dang. She was like, she doesn't have it, and Charlotte was like, I don't need Dana. I don't need my dad to beat you, Sasha, at SummerSlam. Now I think they match at SummerSlam is going to be really good, simply because Charlotte was champ for a long ass time, and Charlotte, she's really good in the ring, and she got a lot of She got that in-ring ability. I think they got in-ring chemistry, so I think they're gonna put on a classic match at SummerSlam, man. And the question is, will that match be better than Bayley and Sasha? That's a good question, because that was probably one of the best women's match. That probably was the best women's match I ever saw, ever. Literally.
Yeah, it was a good match.
That was a good ass match.
And that match actually made me get out my seat. I swear that match was a really good match.
Yep. But
man, I like Sasha. She dissed Charlotte and like this little promo. She actually dissed Charlotte pretty hard. Like
she said that Whoa, you wanna say it? I'll say it.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
All right. Well, Sasha, you know, the funny thing was Charlotte was like, you know, she claimed Sasha had a one-night stand last week. You know, that was her only time actually having that, you know, championship. Her only time having that victory, that good moment, that one night. And then Sasha was like, Charlotte, you're the daughter of Ric Flair. Don't you know how you got here? Your dad had a one-night stand. And the crowd was like, ooh. That was funny. I'm not going to lie. She claimed, you know, she said Ric Flair had a one-night stand to, you know, for Charlotte to be born. But anyway, then Jericho came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting this. I'm like, Jericho. And I think this might be his new catchphrase. Quiet. That might be a T-shirt one day. Quiet.
Take in Jericho. Breathe the Jericho.
Yeah. Oh wow. That's kind of weird, but
to continue, Chris Jericho pretty much came out and they just started jumping on Sasha. They were all over Sasha, man.
That man he said she's not the boss, she's the brat.
Oh yeah.
And he made fun of her being related to Snoop Dogg.
And pretty much, you know something, no need to fear. Boop, 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 boop. Enzo is here.
Yep.
Man, this man.
And he had a nice attire. His attire looked pretty dope. He had a pretty dope attire.
A certified G and a bona fide stud, getting all the ladies. And they saw just tell about how Enzo was getting the ladies. Just tell
you know, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's like Enzo was trying to make a move. You know, they did a good job. You know, like they was, you know, actually gonna, you know, kiss or something. Like Enzo got in the ring, kissed her hand. They was talking back and forth or whatever, and he was like, he said something about making the deposit on the bank statement or some shit like that. And the fans was like, whoa. And he was like, how you doing? And she said, how you doing? And it was going back and forth. And it was getting closer and closer. I'm like, damn, Enzo, you lucky ass nigga. Nigga, you lucky right now, man.
It's not. So, basically, guys,
even though it's
make sure you buy condoms, you know.
But
also, Magnum.
The fuck?
No, you can also buy these certified G Magnums. You know,
wow. No. Don't need anybody certified condoms. These certified condoms. Certified C.
The certified G.
We're going to spell it out for you. P-R-O-T-E-C-T-I. Protection. I-O-N. Protection. Yep. That'll be a funny commercial if they do that. Oh, wow. Hey, that wouldn't be bad, actually. That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, that was just kind of funny.
But at the same time, you know, it's PG. They ain't finna, hell no. They ain't finna have Enzo and Big Cass pulling condoms.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, Sasha will be in the commercial. That's gonna be messed up.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry about that, guys. Dragon having a moment right now, but oh man, oh wow, that's actually funny. But
I'm back.
But right after that happened, when you know Enzo and Jericho was going back and forth, and then let me see, what did Enzo say to Jericho? I know Charlotte said to Enzo, she was like, oh, when it was, you know, when Charlotte and when Enzo and Sasha was, you know, looking at each other, Charlotte was like, oh, Sasha, you did a good job, and there's only one word to describe you, Enzo, and the crowd was like, ooh, and Jericho just laughed or whatever, and then goddamn, a nigga sent me an invite on my Xbox, but what else happened? Goddamn it, what else happened?
I just got the same invite, I would guess. Hold on, I'll deal with it. Keep going. I'll deal with it.
All right. Looking at this website, but anyway, her and Jericho tried to mock the SAWFT thing, and then you know Enzo pretty much he pretty much shut them down. He said that Jericho he's older than a kidney stone. Like his promos put people to sleep pretty much. He said you know, when you look at your iPhone, you see that ... part when you waiting for somebody to reply back. Jericho is like that, except you know he never replies. Yeah, that's how boring he is, or something like that. He's just a ... part of the texting, the text thing. and the fans kind of laughed off that. Enzo is pretty entertaining on the mic. I ain't gonna lie. Say what you want about his in-ring skills or whatever. He's pretty good on the mic. I like his mic skills. But
Okay, I'm back.
and so then Mick
How to
Foley and
deal with that
Stephanie,
problem.
Mick Foley came, not Stephanie, but just Mick Foley came out and he pretty much made the first ever quote unquote mixed tag of the new era. And that was the first match. We had Enzo and Sasha versus Jericho and Charlotte. Now, this match was, back and forth, typical back and forth match. I'm not gonna get into details because y'all know.
Kevin Owens was on commentary.
Yeah, Kevin was on commentary. Surprisingly, I was surprised by that. And at the Charlotte, she was pretty much by herself this whole match until Dana Brooke she interfered. She tried to help Charlotte, and Sasha hit the backstabber. Then after that, Dana Brooke came out. I got that mixed up. Dana Brooke, she came out right after the backstabber. And then after that, Charlotte got up and hit that natural selection, and that was it. Kicked her in the back and natural selection. 1, 2, 3.
Jericho set up the distraction. Jericho came into the ring, and Sasha jumped up and smacked Jericho, and that caused
Oh yeah, she slapped the shit out of him. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember. She slapped the shit out of Jericho. Jericho was rolling out the ring.
Jericho was just like, "Oh, my face, my face." Yeah.
Oh wow.
He pulled a Miz.
Yep, moneymaker. But
Yeah, the money maker.
and then out of nowhere, at the end of the match, I know Enzo and Jericho was in the ring, and then Jericho just cold breaker the shit out of Enzo.
Break the G
And then Big Cass came out. That man was walking to the ring, and then Jericho.
Yeah, Big Cass. I couldn't believe it. Big Cass's whole leg. He did it. He literally, it was almost like he was walking. This man hurdled the rope with ease. It's almost like he's gotten taller. They lowered the ropes or something. This man just literally just stepped over. I was like, oh, what? I was in shock. And pretty much Jericho was just running like, oh, hell no. Oh. Jericho just said, oh, you don't deserve to face me.
Yeah.
And then he walked away with that little baby look on his face.
Yep.
I didn't get to hurt Enzo more. Crying.
Yep.
But,
him being a good ass heel, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
then,
going
later on, still to come, we got that info about that Finn Balor.
Oh yeah.
Promo coming.
Yep. But going back into the match card, the second match was Braun Strowman versus Evan Anderholm. That's how you pronounce it, Anderholm. Now this is one of those squash matches. The funny thing about this, last week Byron Saxton asked the other local competitor last week, what was he thinking about? He was like, what are you thinking about this match? Facing Braun Strowman. He asked Evan the same question, and Evan was like, I got, for doing this match, I get $1,000, but if I win, I get $5,000. And he was like, I'm terrified. And then as soon as Brian got in the ring, the match started. He killed him.
Brian Saxton said, he said, I think your chances of winning this match is as good as your chances as winning the Powerball or something like that.
The Powerball. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Powerball.
Oh yeah.
That was funny.
But it was a squash match. That man hit the reverse choke slam. That was it. Hey Dragon, quick question. Do you think they trying to start a streak with Braun Strowman and Nia Jax? With them,
Well, has Braun Strowman ever been pinned before?
He been pinned. I'm saying just a streak on Raw, just being undefeated from in this new era. Because if you be undefeated, they're gonna say since the new era started, Braun Strowman has been undefeated. That's what they're gonna say if he be undefeated. Yeah. But
thing is though, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring up a spoiler. They're doing the same thing with Nia Jax.
Yep.
They're doing the same
Let me scroll down.
Nia Jax.
Yep, Nia Jax. She had a match against a local competitor. She went against Ariel Monroe. And yeah.
The same way, just like
last week. She hit didn't she hit the same? She hit a different move this time. She had a Samoan drop turned to a World's Strongest Slam kind of.
Reverse T-bone suplex.
Hell no.
The inverted World's Strongest Slam.
Yep, man. Yeah. Yep, she beat her. That was a quick match. Arrow, she had one attack. She just stole off her once, and that was it.
This next match, it didn't make sense. It was kind of boring. To me, it was a waste of the night. It was Golden Trees versus the Shining Stars. And before I get into this match, let me get into this promo that was cut by Mark Henry. So Mark Henry walked into Stephanie and Mick Foley's office, and he was just like, I need an opportunity, Stephanie. He said the Olympics are coming up. I'm a two-time Olympian. You can't take that from me. I'm a former world heavyweight champ. You can't take that from me. He said, and tonight he said the Hall of Pain reopens. He's like, someone's gonna get put into the Hall of Pain. And he just spit all over them.
He was lying. He said because that's what I do. He said it so loud. That's what I do. It was crazy.
And Mick Foley was just like, okay, you know what? By the way, congratulations to Rusev and Lana for their marriage.
Lucky nigga. That man lucky. Rusev is lucky. That's all I gotta say.
Ain't no.
That man getting that anal, living at Lana, anal every day. Lucky.
But
Rusev Crush every night in
Mick
bed.
Foley, Mick Foley assigned Mark Henry a match with Rusev for the WWE United States Championship that night, later on that night. But now getting into this next match, you got Golden Truth and the Shining Stars. And before like this match, got into the game, Goldust like our Truth was back in the back playing Pokemon Go. Goldust was kind of burnt out on Pokemon Go. He told our Truth, I think you need to back off of Pokemon Go for a while. I think you're addicted. And Truth, he just stayed on his phone. So then so they got a match with the Shining Stars because last week, they caught the Shining Stars in the match because Truth and Goldust were playing Pokemon Go, and that led them to the ring. So, man, this is basically a handicap match. Goldust is in the ring taking on both Shining Star members while Truth is literally not paying attention to the match playing Pokemon Go. Goldust looking for a tag in. R2 jump off the ramp because he thought he saw a Pokemon, and then he drops his phone. He's just like, all right, he said, and then like Goldust is like, come on, man, I need you. He stood up, and then Truth was just like, yeah, 1 second, man, 1 second. He picked up his phone, roll up pin from I don't know which one the Shining Star. Oh, it was Epico. Roll up pin from Epico. It was a nice roll up, by the way. And pinned Goldust.
Yep.
And pretty much like I really don't know because Goldust was just like, what are you doing? Well, I told you to stay focused. I trusted you. I told you to stay focused. And Truth was just like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Hold on, I see a Pikachu. Then he turned the phone over to the corner, and it was a flower. It didn't make sense at all. I was like, wow. That was the dumbest thing.
Yeah. Man, this whole thing is dumb, but it's kind of entertaining. I'll admit it's a little entertaining. It could be funny at times. It could be kind of funny at times. Like last week, it was actually funny. It was okay today.
Yeah, last week it was funny.
It was funny.
Like I just wondered, is this team gonna have problems?
Oh yeah, you remember they had problems back then. I'm surprised they didn't break up after that, but they had problems. When they kept taking L's like every week.
Oh yeah.
And then they finally got back in it. Got back focused, I guess. Taking W's.
But of course, up next, then we have the Finn Balor promo. But before that, man, tonight at Raw we had Tim Hardaway Jr. and Dwight Howard at ringside. Man, how big is that?
Man, Dwight, that man face was all on the screen. Oh. It's like he was doing the Titus O'Neil. That man was trying to eat the camera or something.
But Finn Balor came out with his original Finn Balor Club entrance, and Michael Cole introduced Finn Balor, and pretty much that led to Balor got into the ring. Balor didn't even get to talk that much. He didn't even get to talk for at least it was like 30 seconds.
Yeah, he didn't say much.
Balor didn't get to. He started talking and out of nowhere.
Seth Rollins, yeah, he came out. And we saw these two face to face.
Pretty much. Yeah, this is funny because Evake engaged. You got
Y'all might have seen him in our previous podcast.
Yeah, Evake engaged before Evake engaged left. This shows how much Seth Rollins and Evake has in common. Before Seth Rollins, before this promo even started, I was talking to him, and Evake engaged said, "Man." He said that Ghostbuster move was terrible. Like the original was so much better than the new one. And I was like, wow. And so, and during this promo, Seth Rollins came out, and he basically told Finn Balor, he was like, Balor, I don't think you understand. He said, everything you've done, I've done, and better.
Yep.
He was just like, yeah, you have won the NXT title. He said, but I was the first NXT champion. He said, "You pinned Roman Reigns last week." He said, "I had a career injury." He said, "And then I came back, my first match back,
And I
and
beat
I
it
pinned
Roman
Roman
Reigns for the
Reigns."
championship.
Yeah. For the he said, he literally he told Finn Balor, he was just like, "You're just like those Hollywood movie remakes. He was just like, you're never gonna be as good as me, the original."
Yep, and then Balor afterwards, he was like, I'm going to be the first ever Universal Champion, and they went back and forth, and then at the end, Rollins was like, Rollins was getting upset, and he said he worked for what he had. He said the only thing he getting handed to him at SummerSlam is Universal title. I thought he was going to say what Finn Balor is going to say next, but he said it right after this. He said, but Seth, the only thing you're going to get handed to is your eyes. Well, the only thing you're going to get handed to you is your eyes. And the fans just chanted yes, and they went face to face. And out of nowhere, Seth, he looked back, he tried to attack Finn Balor. Finn Balor pushed him a little bit, gave him a back kick, and he gave him a pay leg kick, and Seth went out the ring. I was like, man, when I saw that, I'm like, that made me can't wait to watch this match, man. This match is gonna be good. This match is really gonna be good.
It is a good setup.
Isn't this the first time well, no, let me take that back. I'm tripping. Nah, let's proceed. But the next match was the United States Championship match, Mark Henry versus Rusev. Now, it was obvious Rusev was gonna win this, man. Mark Henry came back all confident. They had him come back looking all confident, but he took that L. Lana was still dressed up like she was at the wedding. She had the white dress and stuff.
No. Like for a second, I thought maybe there was a chance that Mark Henry was gonna, get the title, because I thought, well, maybe Rusev was gonna want to go on his honeymoon or something. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. And of course, we saw another squash job. It was just,
Henry. He had some moves in from here and there. He gave him a clothesline at one point. He body slammed him.
Yeah, he got about 4 moves in, and a super kick to the back of the head, accolade.
I think he body
tapped
slammed
out
him
within the first 10 seconds. He tapped out literally within the first 10
Yeah, that
seconds.
was one of the quickest tap outs I've seen. That man, he didn't even have it completely yet. That man just tapped out immediately. I was like, dang.
But but what happened next, man? That was shocking.
Well, before we get into this one, I think at this point, Mark Henry, he not really there just to win matches. He just putting guys over, just like RVD did. He just putting guys over at this point. So, but go ahead, Dragon.
Mm-hmm. But what happened next, man? I believe Rusev got on the mic, and he said that the heroes are sending out to, he was just talking about who no one can beat me this, and he was talking about the Olympics, and he says they are rigged, and he started ripping the he just start talking bad about the Olympics. And out of nowhere, as he was talking bad, shockingly, I'm super shocked. Roman Reigns comes out.
It would have been perfect if Kurt Angle came out instead, but that's not happening.
But Roman Reigns came out and he just got in the ring, and he stared Rusev in the eyes. And Rusev, he was looking at Roman, and he was trying to get out the ring. And every single time Rusev tried to get out the ring, Reigns would step right in front of him. Rusev went the other direction, Reigns stepped right in front of him. Then he screamed in his face, and then Rusev, he backed up a little bit, and Reigns had walked towards him, and then Rusev got a couple of cheap shots in, and that pretty much led to a giant clothesline for Roman. And Rusev finally got out the ring, but Roman wasn't done. This man hit a he hit a Superman punch. It wasn't just a
Superman punch times 2.
Superman punch. Yeah, that man went Super Saiyan Superman punch. That's what that was. But that man, he jumped off the steel steps and he killed that man. It was perfectly nicked too, perfectly. But pretty much, and then after that, Rusev ran off. Roman Reigns went back into the ring, looked ringside, grabbed the U.S. title. He looked at the U.S. title and held it up. So that tells us that we're going to see Rusev versus Roman at SummerSlam, and I hate to say it, but Roman's probably
Roman might win. Man, you know how shocked I'm gonna be if they let Roman look weak against Rusev every time you face him. Man, I'm gonna be shocked as heck.
Like, yeah, what if he gets that Jack Swagger job?
Oh no, if
Man,
that happens, that's man. I
that might be game for that man's
no, no,
career.
man. No, I don't think nothing could beat that Jack Swagger job, Fest. That was ridiculous. That man took every. Even he fought him a few times this year, still lost.
Yep.
That was ridiculous. That man took he took L's every match they had. I don't know if just Swagger won any televised match. I don't know if he went against Rusev at live events, but on television, man, that man be taking L's against Rusev every time he face him.
Oh, yep.
But going into this next match, this was ridiculous. This was the shit part of the show, man. Titus O'Neil versus Darren Young. WWE, what the hell is y'all doing? Really, what the hell is y'all doing? Yeah, okay, they all of a sudden out of nowhere turned Titus heel. This man, okay, they showed footage at the beginning of the show saying that it was showing Darren Young and Titus having the conversation, and Titus was like, Darren Young, wait, you were never great. Well, when were you great? And then he walked off on Darren Young.
Yeah, he was just like, he just started laughing.
He started laughing.
Like, Darren was just like, man, what's so funny? He said, making Darren Young great again. He said, how can you be great again if you were never to be great in the first place?
Yeah.
And
pretty much, yep, turned heel like that. Before we get into this match, they better not do no big show bullshit with Titus. Have him heel one day, have him face one day, man. He's been face for a while, but I remember, he was heel a while back. And before that, he was face. But I'm just saying, I hope they don't be switching it up off something stupid.
A couple weeks ago, this man was facing against Rusev. This man was facing against Rusev. This man just switched sides. Like, wow.
He switched sides like
That's pretty
quick.
Shocking.
And 1 second, literally switched sides. But anyway, this led to a match with Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. Bob Backlund was at Darren Young's side, of course, to make Darren Young straight again. And they had a match. Darren Young was pretty much. Horrible. I mean, not Darren Young. Titus was pretty much dominating this match at one point. The whole match, and Darren tried to hit the gut check or whatever. And Titus he ended up being cheap in this match. This man rolled him up. He grabbed He grabbed Darren's tights. Schoolboy 1, 2, 3. He got the ring. And Bob Backlund goes, he grabbed his tights. And but Titus was the winner because the ref didn't see it. So
Darren was just like, really, man, you gonna do that? We supposed to be brothers, man. You gonna do that to me? Really? Like, no fair match.
Yeah.
no type of fair match. But yeah, pretty much. Hey, you want to tell them what happened backstage?
Oh man, didn't it happen like later during the show? I think it happened. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it now. Okay, now at some point during the show, like Bob Backlund and Titus was backstage. They got in a huge ass argument. And Bob Backlund, you grab his tights, and Titus said, he said something about you got to do whatever it takes to win, or some crap like that. They were just yelling, oh yeah, man, oh yeah, man. And Titus then said, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna whoop your ass, or something. He said,
he's like, I'm gonna whoop your old
ass. and then he had his hands on Bob and Darren. Nobody touches Bobby, and he started. He said nobody touches Bobby, and that man, he didn't say Bobby. I was just playing, but he said nobody touches Bob, and he started beating the crap out of Titus, and Bob Backlund was holding him back,
And then he got to check his pedicure.
Wow.
Walked onto the locker room.
Wow.
And then pretty much they kind of had this set up because when Darren Young and Bob Backlund walked off, they walked right past Brock Lesnar's dressing room, and they just showed how the Beast was going to be the Beast was live there tonight.
Yep.
You guys didn't know that, but yeah. So I know you want to talk about this woman. I know you want to talk. Well, we already talked about this. I know you want to talk about this next match though. Anyway, so.
Okay, all right. So we had Ariel versus Ariel. Wait, no, I'm on the wrong part of the website. Hold up. What's the next match? Hold up. I think I got lost in the
New Day.
Okay, New Day. My bad. I went right back to Nia Jax match. All right. We had New Day versus the Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Now,
horrible.
And I don't know what to say about this match. To be honest with you, y'all, I ain't even watch. This is one of the matches I ain't really watched too much. Dragon, if you remember, can you don't mind talking about this match? Because I ain't even really watched this match, to be honest.
Horrible.
I ain't really watched this match.
That's all I got is horrible. Man,
I know what happened at the end though.
Oh man, okay, I'm just gonna be straight up. Oh, all right, so they played before the match. Okay, apparently last week after Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson attacked the New Day, they as soon as they did it, they went to Stephanie and complained about how the New Day, like, they have the numbers game and they be cheating against people. So from now on, from now on, one of the New Day members can't go out, and like, New Day was really upset about this. Like, they were not happy about this at all, and he was just like, why? He said, why would whoever made the decision? Y'all suck. He said, and like Xavier Woods had put out a banana, and Kofi Kingston had put out an orange, and Big E had also put out an orange, and they were just like, before we came out here, we played a game called a bunch of fruit. He said, so you put the fruit in the bag. He said, you pull it out, and whoever gets the banana can't be at ringside. He said, he said, can't be in the match. He said, this hurts me because this is my hometown. My mom and dad is right over there. Xavier, because Xavier Woods' hometown is Atlanta. But this was funny. So Kofi and Big E, they put the oranges right next to each other, and Xavier Woods put the banana right in front of the oranges, and it basically made a fruit penis. It made a fruit penis. Yeah, and then the whole crowd was just like, oh, yo, and then like everyone just started laughing. They just made a fruit penis, and
I swear they trying to be slick in this PG era. I swear they low key trying to be slick, man.
But they were playing it off like they weren't.
Yeah, they could play it off.
He was just good. They just all put their fruits together and they just made a dick, and
I bet Vince was sitting backstage. Oh, they made my grapefruits. They made a penis. They made a dick.
He was just like, he said, as the New Day, he said, no matter what kind of different fruits we have, the New Day will never back down. And they put them all
together, what I thought of?
And just made a penis. And then they said, yeah, because you all remember, New Day rocks. New Day rocks. I'm like, what the heck?
What's so funny? I had a funny thought in my head. What if Stephanie Triple H was watching that from backstage and Triple H said, hey, Stuff, that looks familiar? Hey, Stuff, that looks familiar?
Oh, yeah, but by the way, guys, make sure you go buy a box of Booty-O's. It is very booty. Because if you ain't booty,
I heard that cereal's actually good. Man, $12 for some cereal, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, if I buy it, if it's really good, it might be worth it. They better come with a goddamn New Day shirt for $12.
Hey, was that boss man that said, hell no?
Oh, yeah. One of our friends, guys, he said he ain't buying that cereal. $12. He said, hell.
The boss man was just like, man. He said, shoot, man, for real, is it that good? He said, how much does it cost? Ace said $12. He said, oh hell no, man. You ain't paying no $12.
I said, man, you want some New Day cereal, man? Buy some Tricks, buy some Cheerios, put them together. There you go. There you go. Yep.
Oh, that was funny.
But anyway, okay.
Oh yeah, right.
The aftermath. Well, they pretty much raped the New Day. Big E got the.
I mean, but like the match. When I mean like this whole promo was going on my channel.
Oh no, you good. Go ahead.
This whole promo was good, but the way the match ended was kind of bad. I'm not gonna it was a very super short match. They started fighting the New Day, and then let's see, it was Carl Anderson he went on the other side of the ring, took out Kofi, and it
was a quick. It was quick. I just thought about that.
He got rolled up by Big E.
Yep, and then he started getting beat up by the club and stuff, and they destroyed Big E. Yeah. That man got destroyed. They hit that freaking They hit that freaking drop kick to a flapjack.
It's called the Kick of Doom.
Kick of Doom. Okay. They didn't hit the what was it? What their other move called?
They didn't hit the
Magic Killer. No, I'm surprised.
They just hit the Kick of Doom.
Yeah, they hit the Kick of Doom twice, and they had Kofi and Xavier out, and Xavier got destroyed. That man got it was choking that man. No, like he was on Abra. I think they was choking. He was and one of them I think he was Luke Gallows. He hit him in the stomach or something like that. Hit him in the face.
I think Big E got the worst out of all of them though. I think Big E got the worst.
And Big E got raped. That man got raped. That was.
And Big E his legs were wide.
Oh yeah, that part. I'm gonna let you say that one. Man, Big E might not be having no kids, man. I don't know about that.
I'm telling you, you can't fake this, man.
Unless you wearing.
Not only did they hit. not only did they hit Big E with 2 kicks of doom, Xavier Woods had got back. They had hit Xavier Woods with a kick of doom. And Kofi Kingston's already knocked out because this man got just thrown into a pole. And so Big E is trying to get up. And as soon as Big E's wet legs are wide open right next to a pole, Gallows and Anderson, they take this man's leg. Yeah, you talk about them grapefruits, huh? They just throw his balls.
The ball. I mean, the pole hit his ball so hard he was coughing. That man was coughing to that.
Oh yeah, he caught, man. That man coughed up that same banana and those same 2 oranges. Yep. But that was horrible.
That might have, I mean, them oranges and that banana, that was a symbol. That might have been his last time looking at that and seeing his own, after getting this, rammed into a pole like that, But yep.
But when we came back from the break, because as soon as all that whooping and stuff, because Corey Graves that man is a heel commentator, and he even said that the club went too far. And pretty much backstage after the commercial break, they showed Big E in the training room, and that man had a gigantic gash on his leg, like blood was flowing off his leg. Who? He was just like, I'm fine. Big E,
damn!
He had
I didn't see that part.
Gigantic gash on his leg, and blood was just flowing out of his leg. He was like, I'm fine. And Xavier was just like, come on, man, we gotta get him to the hospital. I'm fine. With the power of positivity, I say God help. With the power of, I was like, wow. But I'm gonna let you talk about this next match.
Yeah, this next match was shit too. Sheamus versus Cesaro. I mean, Sheamus did an interview a long time ago. He said his favorite opponent is Cesaro, I believe. Or was it the other way around? Cesaro saying no, it was Sheamus saying Cesaro was like one of his favorite opponents. But they went back and forth. Hey, the only good thing about this match, I ain't gonna lie, the match was boring kind of throughout the match. They went back and forth. The only good thing about this match was the ending. Sheamus tried to go for a tilt-the-world backbreaker, and Cesaro landed on his feet, and he turned that to a neutralizer, and that was smooth. The fans kind of got excited after that. Like, they was dead the whole match pretty much, but then when that happened, that kind of added some little spice to it, and that was it. Cesaro won that match legit. Pretty good match.
But yeah. It was a pretty decent match. But then guess who returned?
Jinder Mahal.
Oh yeah, man, this man came back, and he was just like he wanted his job back, and
him and Slater.
Him and Slater, they both wanted a job, and Mick Foley was
2MB, baby.
There's only he was just like 2MB, 2MB.
Don't set Raw on fire.
Yeah, and Drew McIntyre was probably looking like, you two dumb idiots. I'm getting more money than all of y'all, and I'm winning.
Damn.
But Jinder, pretty much, like, they were in the ring and they were like hugging it out and talking about how things were going, and like pretty much Heath Slater, the man that Raw signed them, kind of the same thing he did on SmackDown. He the man that Shane signed them.
Yep.
Except this time he had Jinder Mahal with him, and he was just like, I demand that you give us contracts. And then Mick Foley came out and he was just like, okay. He said, how about this? He said, y'all can have a match. And whoever, he said, there's one position open. He said, whoever wins the match between you two, he said, that's the person that gets the contract.
Yep.
And he slated that man wasn't paying attention. Like, Jinder Mahal was just like, yeah, man. He said, I can't do that to my brother. And then Jinder Mahal backed up, grabbed the referee, ring the bell. And then Heath Slater was just like, I can't do that to my brother. He said, when I throw you.
And then, man, as soon as Jinder walked back, Jinder was in his, we coming for you, nigga face. He hit that face on his, and as Slater turned around, big boot to the face. And that was it. Pinned him, won. Hey, Jack, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought your mic lagged or something, but
No, I just said, when Booker T said that, he said that towards Hulk Hogan. But
he said that toward who?
The Hulkster, Mr. America.
He said it to Mr. America.
Hulk Hogan. Terry. The man's real name is Terry.
Terry, the man's real name is Terry. That don't make any sense. That don't make any. Terry, the man's real name. Of course, his name is Terry. Terry, the man's real name is Terry.
Okay, but either way, this match was like 2 seconds long. Jinder Mahal hit a giant big boot on Heath Slater. 1, 2, 3. Heath Slater's still not employed. Jinder Mahal is now back, and that why may I say this man looks WWE material. That man looks He looks like
he looks better than what he did before. Man. He looked the same kind of way. It seemed like now he seems. I think they might use him better. I hope they use him better. Maybe.
He seems older, like an older version than he was before. He seems more buff. Yeah, that man seems he almost seems championship material. Like that.
Yeah, he had a theme song too. It might be his temporary. It might be his current his permanent theme song, or maybe it was just current for that. Well, current for that promo. Well, temporary for that promo.
You know, look, hey, so man, you really think that Jinder Mahal is on the same level as, not to get off subject here, as Shelton Benjamin?
Man, hell no.
Hey, no, stop. Look, Shelton Benjamin returning tomorrow, but Heath Slater returns tonight. But wow. Gasp! Two equal returns.
They never announced when Shelton coming back. I mean, it could be tomorrow, but you know, we never know. They haven't.
I thought they said it was tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know. Like last week, they just said coming soon, something like that. They just said coming soon. Shelton Benjamin returns, coming soon, something like that.
But did you watch the Sami Zayn stuff?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Pretty good match.
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk about this.
Now this match was this match okay, these guys fought before in SmackDown. You know, they had a pretty good match on SmackDown. Now this match was pretty good. They went back and forth. You know, Seth tried to the pedigree. Sami Zayn tried to go for the kick, but then Zayn missed it. You know, they went. You know, the ending of this match was pretty good. Like soon as Seth tried to go for the pedigree, Zayn reversed it. And then he tried to go for a hell of a kick. He ran at him, and then his leg caught the rope. And then Seth turned him around, kicked him in the stomach, pedigreed him, and that was it. That was a pretty pedigree. That was a really good pedigree.
Yep.
And yeah, that was it. That was that's probably one of the matches. If you missed Raw, that's one of the matches you should watch. That I prefer, because that was actually a pretty good match, decent match.
So make sure for $9.99 you go get your WWE Network, and you can rewatch
blah 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 blah.
Blah blah. But main event time. You know I'm all about that main event. We got Brock Lesnar returning. Talking about suplex. Yeah. The crowd, as soon as he came out, the crowd came. It's been so long since I've seen Paul Heyman and Brock in the WWE ring. Man, they start talking about like pretty much Paul Heyman. He was telling everybody. He said, "My client, Brock." Let's say it again, Paul. Say it again.
Say it again, Paul. Say it again, Paul.
But he was telling everybody, he was just like, my client Brock Lesnar, he's not here to approve on the new era. My client Brock Lesnar is here to talk about Randy Orton. And they got on Randy Orton. They were just talking.
He was like, he said Orton has no chance at Lesnar, but he may have a chance at surviving. But they kept saying, he was pretty much going back to the time where Orton was saying, one RKO may beat Lesnar. And then, before that, he was like, the new era needs to step up. He said Lesnar, he doesn't need to step up to the new era. He don't need no approval from them. Like, the new era needs to step up to Brock, because Brock is the big thing or whatever.
Yep, and pretty much Heyman said that Lesnar was gonna drag Orton to Suplex City at SummerSlam, and then that's when this right here shocked the heck out of me, man. Freaking Heyman just says, like, there is no chance in hell that Orton, like, he said Orton's gonna RKO Lesnar. He said Brock Lesnar will never get RK'd. Randy Orton comes out of nowhere.
RKO'd on Brock.
Lesnar, just out of nowhere. No one saw it coming.
Yep. RKO on Lesnar. RKO on Lesnar. No enhancement is needed. No enhancement is needed.
No one. No one. The cameraman didn't see it coming. No one.
Alicia Keys' voice. No
Orton, look, dude. And look, guys, this isn't right, because Orton is a SmackDown superstar. He's not a Raw superstar. He had no business being
SmackDown
on Raw,
invaded Raw,
but he was tonight. Yeah, SmackDown already, the second week, has invaded Raw.
First ever invasion in the new era.
Yep. Well, and look, man, the thing is, though, Brock actually went down. When Brock went down, he stayed down for a good minute. Yeah. And Stephanie and Foley ran out with a security and referee. They were just like, get him out of here. Get Orton out of here. He doesn't need to be on our show. He doesn't need. And, like, the crazy thing about it, Orton's music didn't even play, so Orton's music didn't even.
He's not a Raw superstar. We don't have his music anymore.
Yeah, that man, like, the night ended all on him, though. The night ended all on him. He went up to the top of the stage, which is kind of crazy how, I'm going to let you talk about your prediction for tomorrow, but it's kind of crazy how Raw ends with the SmackDown superstar.
Yep.
But,
yeah, man, it was funny because this guy, like, while he was in the crowd, he took his shirt off. This kid was next to him trying to take a picture with him. Orton paid no attention at all. Like, the phone was right to his face. Orton was just looking at the ring, looking at Brock.
Yo, yeah, Orton, he was just doing his little pose in the crowd, just doing his pose. Everybody was just taking pictures, and pretty much Orton took he took off his shirt, and that was it for the show.
Yep.
That was
now,
it.
I'm gonna give my little prediction for SmackDown. This is actually obvious. I think a lot of guys might predict this. I think Brock is gonna be on SmackDown tomorrow. Like whoever Randy competes against, tomorrow Brock is gonna interfere and F off him. Or unless Orton be on Miz TV or something, they do some stuff like that again. Brock might come out and just F off him.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy. That is insane to me.
I think
how the second week of Raw ends with the SmackDown superstar. That's insane.
Yep.
You would think that the brand split is for just Raw, and tonight Raw ends with SmackDown. It's insane.
Yep. I think Randy Orton might just cut a promo or something talking about what he did on Raw, and I don't regret what I did. Blah 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 blah. He got that RKO out of nowhere, and then Brock Lesnar out of nowhere F5.
Suplex just out of nowhere, just maybe a
couple of suplexes. No. I think at one point they might get in a huge fight like Taker and Brock did, and there's gonna be referees out there because man, ain't one referee ain't gonna hold Brock down. Hell no, he gonna kill the ref. They're gonna get into a fist fight.
He's gonna run. He gonna run, and the referee just gonna turn into dust.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Ever. Oh wow.
But I thought I agree with you. I think that if Raw can end with SmackDown, I think SmackDown possibly can end with Raw. Yeah. But it's on, we can't close out a podcast without our rating.
Oh wait. Before we get to that, I'm gonna give this Raw 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Actually, I was thinking 7 too. Like I said, guys, this Raw, it wasn't boring, but it wasn't exciting.
It was alright.
It was in the middle. It was neutral, just like Roman. It was just like Roman Reigns. It was neutral. Yep. And no one really likes neutral. But as you were, so. Bada bing, bada boom was the finest guys in the room. Me and Ason. So Ason, let me ask you something. How is you?
Rusev Smash, Aina!